So we talked about this at the beginning of the week. We had that blurry image of a potential premium kind of finish Beast Wars 2-pack with Optimus Primal, aka Beast Convoy, and Megatron. And well, it looks like we finally have everything we need to know. Pre-order prices, the release date, how the packaging's going to look, and most importantly, high-res images finally. So we can know just how different this is and if it's worth it, as well as some little fun stuff included too. So we're going to jump into that. We're going to take a look at all of these images, break it down, make sense of everything, and get excited. So this is officially called the Generation Selects Takara-Tomy VS01 Strongest Beast Showdown Convoy versus Megatron 2-pack. It's a little bit of an homage to the original 2-pack that came out back in 1997 from Takara 26 years ago, celebrating that awesomeness on the other side of the globe and how they celebrated Beast Wars. So we'll start with the packaging. So it is going to be a Generation Selects item. It's going to be sold initially through Takara-Tomy, but again, much like, let's say, the Seacons and even that of the God Neptune that came afterwards, I'm sure pieces and parts of this will also show up on Hasbro Pulse at some point. So it comes in a very Generation Selects kind of brown box with the Beast kind of patterning on it with Beast Wars' Japanese logo on it, and then a nice slip case put over it. The Japanese Generation Select stuff always has like a slip case or some kind of very, generic black and white kind of box. And it has the Beast Convoy and Megatron box art from Japan on there too in black and white, looking very nice. And then when you open it up, it comes with a beautiful extra little box that is mimicking that of the original, again, 1997 2-pack of the Strongest Beast Showdown Convoy versus Megatron. So that's a nice extra touch there too. It's almost kind of doing like what we did. We got the retro the retro Beast Wars vintage reissues where they were kind of in that original Kenner box and celebrating that. So now they're doing something on the other side of the globe there in Japan that celebrates their Beast Wars in some shape or form in the 90s. So let's talk about the figures. We'll start with obviously Convoy, aka Optimus Primal. And we talked about it last time. It looked like from the blurry images that more or less it was kind of doing what the Netflix version did. I'll obviously post some side-by-side comparisons. And from what it looks like, now that we have the high-res images, it kind of takes the best of both versions, both the retail Wave 1 Kingdom version and the Netflix one, and then adds an extra bunch of paint and everything to make it super show accurate to that original animation model. I mean, right away, like the shoulder blasters or the shoulder like missile launchers that he had in the show, those are painted black instead of being just the molded color. So a lot of the areas that would have been just a painted color, just a molded color, they actually had the budget to paint it over. So that's pretty cool. The chest is now colored screen accurate. They colored in the swords to make them much more vibrant and screen accurate. The feet are going to be that more silvery kind of gunmetal that's accurate to the screen. It was obviously blue on the Kingdom one and more of a molded in gray with that of the Netflix version. The piston on the feet is painted in to match that of the animation model. And here's the little touches that really matter. So the joints that are used for the hips were a molded in POM plastic of blue. And they actually painted those in to make them red to match the original animation model. Nice touch there. I like that a lot. That's really cool. I think he looks amazing. It's about as good as it's going to get for that mold. And I think if you wanted a definitive version of Optimus Primal from Kingdom from that Kingdom mold, I think we're talking this one here. And when we look at the gorilla mode, it even says so even more. Now, obviously, a lot of that is just kind of the gorilla fur and everything, but look at that face sculpt. That is cartoon CG accurate kind of looking face sculpt there. They did a fantastic job with that the other two versions didn't even attempt to try. So even the alt mode with the gorilla mode looks fantastic. I love it. I think it looks great. Sign me up on that. That's really cool. But let's talk about the real big deal here. The real thing with this set. Let's talk about Megatron. But before we even talk about Megatron, let's go back 2 years on the Transformer Slag podcast. 2 years ago, we did a segment. We were talking about this mysterious head that showed up on a Kingdom Wave 1 Megatron. It was a grinning, teethy face on there that was different from the more stoic face that the Beast Wars Megatron on our leader class Kingdom Beast Wars Megatron had. And I speculated back then, it has a different face. Maybe it's going to be used for a potential repaint, maybe a potential T-Rex repaint. And I was right. It was used for a potential T-Rex repaint. The problem is while that T-Rex repaint did happen, in the factory they ended up not using the proper head. I firmly believe, still to this day, that teethy, grinny face was supposed to be used for T-Rex. And anyone that sees the Kingdom T-Rex mold, it has that silver paint put across the lips that was meant for those teeth. I still firmly believe that that's what probably should have happened. One day I'm going to talk to Mark and Evan and bring it up, and we'll have it recorded and confirmed. But we ended up never getting that head. Except now today we know where it is. While it might not have been used on T-Rex, where it should have been with his silver lips, we have him here with this Megatron. And a new head sculpt aside, which is a nice bonus too, everything else about it from a paint standpoint is absolutely stellar. It makes that original Leader Class Kingdom version look terrible in comparison, but all the budget is here. The surface detail on all of the dino mold, like all of the little surface detail that matches that original CG animation model, the head sculpt painted to the nines, on his quads, the green that's painted on the quads to match the original animation model is there, so they even painted the legs amazingly. The crotch area and the hips all painted there, tons of paint. He looks absolutely fantastic. It looks incredible. I am so shocked how much paint they put into this that it's almost equal to that of its masterpiece. Like the masterpiece is the only other thing I can think of that put that much paint onto a Beast Wars Megatron to really match that animation model. Incredible. Now let's talk price. This is the big one for us. So we got these two stellar items. Generation Selects kind of box, slipcover, nice 1997 Takara Beast Wars kind of homage packaging on the inside. Two premium painted figures that aren't really called premium finish, but they might as well be called that. What are we talking price here? So 15,400 yen. That comes to about $113 to $115 USD. Now let's take a step back with that. Leader classes currently today are $55.99. That's what it would have been our Megatron with standard paint. Voyager classes today, post-inflation, $33.99. That's what our Optimus would have been if it was released today. So that leads to a total of about $90. Of course, when you factor in your state taxes, or if you're Canadian, your provincial taxes, that could go up to $95 to $100, let's say. So let's say, just for fun, $95 to $100 it would have cost. So for an extra $13 or $15, you get something that is stellar, amazing, absolutely amazing. So in all honesty, if you're a Beast Wars fan, like I am, I can't see why you wouldn't get this. It's a good way to celebrate the brand going into the Rise of the Beast movie, which I'm pretty sure is another reason why this exists. This isn't really an anniversary item. That probably would have been last year for Japan. Japan got Beast Wars in 1997. It would have been a 25th anniversary for them last year if they would have released this. Probably that would have been what was planned originally in a lot of ways, because when you think about it, last year was supposed to be the release of Rise of the Beast. So that's the big V world we live in, but I think this is a fantastic item. I think it's something that people should really consider purchasing if they are fans of the Beast Wars brand. And pre-orders are up right now, but that's on Takara-Tomy's mall website. I would suggest maybe waiting it out, even the third-party dealers and stuff like that. Maybe wait it out and see if Hasbro Pulse puts up something maybe in the really, really near future, and we'll talk about it then. And so, but pre-orders are up right now if you want to go through your Japanese distributor. If not, wait it out. Ships out August 2023, so after you see Rise of the Beast, the following month you will get some juiciness. That is the Transformers 2-pack VS01 Strongest Beast Showdown Convoy and Megatron 2-pack. So that's pretty hype stuff. Really awesome. Let me know what you think. I mean, man, they really nailed it. They really nailed it. Let me know who you think, like, if we got other Kingdom molds, because now it shows us, like, hey, man, grab a few of those Kingdom molds and revisit them again. Do you think we could do a better job with Tigatron? You know, yellowing aside from what I hear from some people. Could we, do better with maybe Tarantulas with Legacy or Inferno? Do you think maybe if we put even more paint, we could get an even better product than we already got? I'm very curious about that. Let me know what you think, and we'll talk again real soon. A lot of hype stuff happening.